All right, here we go. Boskoe100.
Finally.
Welcome to VladTV.
Boskoe gang.
We got one of the most controversial internet celebrities out there right now, man. You've been making some noise for quite a while.
I get
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So let's start from the beginning. Where'd you grow up?
I'm from South Central. I mean, honestly, like, in the beginning, like, I was born in Los Angeles, South Central Los Angeles, but, you know, through growing pains and shit, moving around and shit, I ended up finding my home in Inglewood, California. Like, you feel me? But I'm from basically Los Angeles, Inglewood, though. You know?
Okay. And that's a Hoover area?
Look, the Los Angeles part was that was when I was a kid, like, you know, like for like early to 12 years old, like, you know what I mean? But that was like, my grandmother basically been living over there for about 40-something years. So like, that was like always like the home base. So, you know, my mom's, we'll move, she'll get a new job, we end up coming back, or, you know, whatever, however it went, but like, you know.
Okay. So like, at what point did you end up in Inglewood, like most of the time?
I got to Inglewood, I was 15 years old.
Okay.
15 years old.
And what was going on in Inglewood during that time?
Oh my God. That shit was turned the fuck up. It was just like, it was blooding going on. Just a whole lot of swooping. It was a whole lot of murders going on. It was a lot. It was a lot.
So this was what year about?
I got to Inglewood 97.
97. Okay.
97.
So this is after the crack era.
Yeah, basically.
But it was
after the crack era, but it was, you know, it was around.
But you still had all the side effects of, you know, basically the kids that were born during the crack era were now growing up during this time. Like, how bad was the drug situation during that time?
I mean, honestly, like, it wasn't like, I can't say horrid, like, you know what I mean? Because, like, we grew up different. Like, I wasn't like, you know what I mean? I can't say, like, I wasn't one of them kids like, oh, the rats and the roaches, and then, like, we didn't grow up like, we wasn't that poor, like, you know what I mean? So we was always kind of more like lower middle class, like, I would say, like, you know what I mean? Not upper, but
working class.
Working class, okay, working class. Okay. So, you know, we wasn't piss poor like that. So we always, and then my mother's not American. My mother from Belize. She actually Belize.
That's where Shine's from, the rapper?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
He got deported back to Belize.
Exactly. He's still there?
I don't know. Actually, he is there. He just opened up a computer center over there. His dad was the president.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's big.
That's what makes it kind of crazy. Yeah.
Oh, that's big.
His dad was the president. So after the shooting incident, he got deported. He couldn't stay in the U.S. anymore. So they deported him back to Belize.
That's
then, you know, he moved around a bit. Okay, so you're Belizean.
Yeah.
Your mom,
Half.
on your mom's side. Yeah. Was your dad around?
For the earlier parts, like, my earliest memories, he was around. Like, you know, I can't say, like, I'm not one of them kids that say, oh, I grew up without my father. Because, like, I grew up with him for the first part of my life, but, like, they split up around the time I was, like, 11, 12. So, like, that was the time, like, you know, where the streets came in. Like.
So you moved to Inglewood at 15.
15.
And it was a blood area.
Yeah, right.
So this is the Queen Street Bloods?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you doing any gang shit before?
Nah. I mean, nah. I was just starting, like, my parents had just broke up. We was just, like, I was just getting into the streets, like, just because they, like, you know, when my father was there, it was a more structured household, so I was more, like, you know.
Yeah.
But, like, once he was gone, I kind of, like, found that freedom to kind of roam and go, you know, explore the streets for myself. So I, like, you know, I was just getting into the, like, you know, hanging out, smoking weed, and, like, you know, little mischievous regular teenager shit, though. But, like, the gangster shit it was no gangster until I got to Inglewood, though. Like, you know.
Okay. Do you think that the gangs kind of provide a father figure because your dad wasn't around as much?
I think that's exactly what they do. Like, that's exactly what happened. Honestly, it was like, I mean, not even so much a father figure, a family figure, just like a family figure, period. Because honestly, like, it was like, at the time when I was going through what I was going through, it wasn't like, it wasn't too many people in my family that I had that I could go relate to. Like my pops was gone. He upped and moved to Mississippi. I didn't want to just leave. You know, I didn't want to just leave it. Like excuse me, when they first broke up, we initially all went with them. I'm the oldest of 6.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So when we initially broke up, my pops took the kids and we all went to Mississippi. But like, you know, I miss my mom and my family. Like I never like we wasn't as tight knit with my father's side of the family as we was with my mother's side. So basically to me in my mind, all my family was back in Los Angeles, you know what I mean? So I kinda like was itching to get back and I started getting a little mischievous out there, like, you know what I mean? So okay. I came on back.
So you moved back to Inglewood and then you started getting affiliated with the whole blood thing.
Exactly.
Were you like jumped in?
Yeah, but like, you know, it was kind of like it was a probation period, like, you know, cause you know they kind of got cliques, and you know what cliques are, and so like Inglewood, like at the time when I got over there, they had a lot of starter hoods, like we like to call them, like basically like little school clique, but that's basically just like a probation period for the real shit, like, you know. But yeah, I was from 304 at first. It's a little Inglewood clique called 304 though.
What do you think was the craziest shit that you went through during that time?
What do you mean, as far as like gang banging and just
right?
Like,
well, I mean, I guess you had gotten shot at one point.
Yeah, definitely.
Did that come later, or
yeah, that was later.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So during that time though, what were you going through?
Like actually to rewind a bit, I got shot the first time at 12.
At 12 years old.
12 years old.
This was in the Hoover.
In the Hoover area.
In the Hoover area.
12 years.
And you weren't even gangbanging back then.
I wasn't even gangbanging yet.
Straight bullet.
Yeah, kinda something like that. Like it was more like an accident. Like, you know, more like an accident, but like a negligence, like a negligent accident. But like
someone was playing with a gun around you.
Yeah, basically like some stupid shit. Like somebody just didn't know how to. They wasn't as handy with a weapon as they thought they was, and just ended up doing some stupid shit, and it went off, and I ended up getting shot in my fucking ankle.
So you got shot in the ankle by a friend of yours, essentially?
Yeah, something like that. Somebody I knew. Yeah.
That did make you start to kind of think twice over the whole thing. Like, okay, like this is what happens on accident. What could really happen on purpose?
I mean, honestly, like once that happened. And I seen how I made it through that. I was a fucking soldier. Like after that, it was just like.
Well, you could say you've been shot.
Yeah, like hold up, I got shot. Like I'm straight. Like hold on, like nigga, I've been shot already. Like
it's like having stripes, basically.
I got.
You got your stripes.
Honestly, yeah.